need to kind of see and understand here. So the pyramid that you just created, it does a really good job of showing what the different categories were and the order they were in. Like a pyramid shows that. It shows that the farmers and slaves, they were at the bottom of society, right? Then craftsmen, merchants, scribes, soldiers, etc., etc. Okay? But if you look at this, the way that it's organized, it almost makes it look like each category has the same number of people in it, right? They're all equidistant apart. They're all organized so that they're the same. That is not the way that society was. So what I have over here, there are two graphic kind of organizer things. There's either the pie chart or the pyramid. But both of these kind of show the difference with the social structure of Egypt and how many people were doing things in the social structure of Egypt, right? So for example, again, if we look up here, it almost makes it look like, yeah, the farmers were at the bottom, but there are just as many farmers as craftspeople. That's not true. Farmers, fisher people, slaves, they made up like 60%, 65% of the people in Egypt. So really, if we were doing the population pyramid for the way Egypt like was, they would not be even. All of this would be the people who are fishermen, farmers, slaves, stuff like that. Okay, that lowest class. So you see it's not equal to the others. If the pie chart makes more sense, this is like 60, 65% of the population that were farmers, right? Craftsmen, the people who made things, they were like 15% of the population, 15, 20, okay? Merchants were about 10%. Right? And then once you get to the scribes, and you can kind of see it here, from scribes on up, this is going to be your upper class and your upper middle class. In Egypt, people who were below scribes really didn't know how to read or write because they didn't need to know how to read or write. So this was a really big thing here. If you were a scribe or higher, then you were going to have a pretty well-off life in ancient Egypt. Okay? So again, we've got it in pie chart form. We've got it in pyramid form. Okay, what you are going to do is you're going to pick one of these graphic organizers. If the pie chart makes more sense to you, do it as the pie chart. If the pyramid helps you to see how the classes were separated out and what percentage of people were slaves and fishermen and what percentage of people were the pharaoh, you could do it as the pyramid, whichever one makes sense to you. You are going to color code this, but you don't have to pick the same colors that I did. However, your pharaoh needs to be the same color. Don't write pharaoh in blue and then make your line for the pharaoh in pink. Don't write farmers in green and make the farmer part blue. Okay? So your words and your colors need to match up, but I don't really care what colors you pick. Does that difference make sense? Yeah. Okay. So you are going to go ahead and create one of these. You're either doing the pie chart or the pyramid, whichever one makes most sense to you. You're going to get that colored in and filled in. Remember, this information is going to be stuff that you're going to use to help you with your study guide. Okay, so you need to make sure you're doing this and doing this correctly. Are there any questions? Okay, cool.